Так, а каков шанс, что у нас, короче, появились новые... Подожди. Так это, наверное, значит, что у нас новая ветка, да? Типа это все настройка с эфритом? Да, но... ну это центр вообще. Так, это вспышка ярости. У нее тоже две прокачки. Окей. Блуждающие огни. Создайте вокруг себя несколько движущихся огненных шаров, которые будут наносить урон целям поблизости, блокировать вражеские атаки. Давай так, я это прокачаю. Это надо ставить... Куда? Как это использовать? Воспламенение. Это вот это, да, способность у него рывка. Но это мы тоже возьмем. И мы все еще попытаемся накопить на ульту. Возможно, у меня это получится сделать. Просто смотри, Феникс... ну нет, там было написано, что типа Феникс и Фрита одно и то же. Ну, блуждающие огни звучит как-то кринжово. Воспламенение, с другой стороны, можно применять в воздухе. Воспламенение как будто бы... Это вот сюда надо пихать, да? Угу. Давай вместо растущего пламени поставим воспламенение. У них типа одинаковые статы. Но если, например, у меня рывок будет наносить примерно столько же урона, когда противник просто в стагере, то тогда ничего не изменится, но от этого больше потенциала полезного. Я думал, там появится отдельный круг, а там отдельный круг не появился. То есть, если у меня в какой-то момент реально будет 6 айконов под контролем, я не знаю, что даже делать. Я не понимаю, как это контролировать. Это зря. Это вы зря. Ух, ни хрена. Да, это явно лучше. Ой, а выше их по уровню. О, да, у него еще даже больше урона.
You could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one! Kill all the ducal dogs! Ducal dogs? We're innocent people!
Где еще? О, ребята, давай. Хрен попадешь.
who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command.
Дружище. Я не знаю, что ты... Ой, ребята, никакого хила.
Клайв.
Не дал.
Stand fast.
А ты если первым попадаешь, то ты все попадаешь или как? Хотя белок никаких нет. Астагер. Ты бесишь с этой атакой, серьезно? Давай.
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah. You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother. Too late! Gav! Clive! Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck! My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help. Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with. We do. But it can wait. In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us. All right. And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Oi! Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you. When you're ready, then.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Что никто даже не поприветствует. Надо на самом деле сначала зайти. Так. Примерно ко всем. Вряд ли... Да, клинок Гая, окей. У меня просто есть что продать, потому что клинок Гая мне не нужен. Прокачанный обычный вообще никакой. Золотой пояс секой такой. Не то, что, правда, мне нужен гил, но ненавижу, когда у меня инвентарь забит всякой хренью. Где-то еще, возможно, где-то здесь у меня были жуки. Причем у меня их 5 штучек. Окей, 29 тысяч. И надо зайти к кузнецу, потому что мы можем сделать меч, наверное. Там супер выпал материал. Или нет? А что это тогда за материал, который вы... Может, усиление какое-то? Прикинь, нет. С ифрита. Но ничего нет, действительно. Окей. Тогда пока отмена. На мне шмотки все уникальные, их прокачать нельзя.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most but march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
The last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we have sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. Where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Поэтому мы умеем превращаться в огромного огненного дракона, ты не переживай. Ифрит, конечно, не совсем дракон, но, короче, плюс-минус. Так, я надеюсь не доставлять всякое. Ты кто? Посыльный, о нет.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Ну вот как будто бы это письмо может реально как-то чем-то где-то сыграть, но, блин, идти просто в какую-то точку и искать это письмо. Посмотрим.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Так, и все. А зачем я к ней подошел? У меня ничего полезного нет. Тоник храбрости. В течение 30 секунд шкала вспышки ярости постепенно заполняется.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, some at foul's brewing, and at Intire's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
У кузнеца что-то обновилось. Может, я теперь могу сделать меч?
Well, what's that for you, dear?
О, язык пламени, частица огня и крик бури. Объединяем. 180 бабах. Так, это делать не надо, это делать не надо. Что-нибудь по усилениям. Нет.
Otto barking at his lot.
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. But that's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Доступен отчет союзников. Наведайтесь к Готу, соответствующей стойке в трапезное убежище, чтобы ознакомиться со сведениями, которые сокрушители проклятия собрали о заданиях, выдаваемых по всей Валлистии.
I suppose that's everything. Notify Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers. Or any other willing volunteers.
And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Well, maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Quick look.
Благодаря отчетам союзников, предоставленным Готом, можно получить новые задания, быстро переместиться к обелискам возле точек, указанных в их описаниях, радушный прием. 0 гил, сады винограда, радушный прием, имперская провинция. Оу. Я понял.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
А вот и период с миллиардом побочек. Здесь побочка, тут побочка. Ну, давай смотреть, наверное, по уровню, учитывая, что их тут такое количество, они довольно однообразные. Просто чтобы не умереть в итоге на этих побочках. Их будет просто очень много. Так. Сюда? Не понимаю. Сюжет здесь. Нортрич. Просто проблема еще в том, что не совсем понятно, где какое количество побочек. Сколько за них дают опыта, сколько за них не дают опыта. То есть это пока такая немного для меня тайна, потому что я могу прикинуть, сколько мне дадут денег, но это не имеет никакого значения, потому что у меня их и так много. А вот сколько там опыта насыпят, что мне нужно будет делать на самом задании, то есть столкнусь, например, я с какими-то противниками для того, чтобы... Так, не, ребят, вам что-то надо будет носить наверняка. Нет, здесь такие побочки, я уже понял. Вы идти-то, мать твою. Так тут сюда быстрее, наверное, переместиться-то. Типа я в любом случае буду все это проходить, потому что я буду в этой игре выбивать платину, но, наверное, не в рамках прохождения, просто все вот эти побочки. Где привет, Клайв? Я тут что-то потерял. О, уровни пошли, смотри. Уровни пошли отличаться. Ну и, кстати, наверное, да. Тогда, наверное, это значит, что мы в какой-то момент можем быть... Ну, тут перекачем, как сейчас. Или не докачем. Качаться, правда, через побочные задания в этой игре было бы грустно. Ну, короче, посмотрим. Если это, ну, станет понятно, что это прям необходимость, то... Окей. Потратим на это какое-то время.
There. Northring. Soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south. A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from...
The fruit's not getting any fresher. What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
А все, знак есть, можно не помогать. Заниматься своими делами.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. And she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the...
И тут еще две побочки. Ну да, вот тут уже началось. Ну типа не так много, но... О, виды-то какие здесь.
Heard the bones fell favorably to the
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Здесь знаешь, какая фигня? Здесь даже проблема не в том, что там, я не знаю, какие-то побочки. Ну, здесь побочки обычные абсолютно. Их даже не хочется брать, потому что вот ты подходишь, и это вот эти вот диалоги, которые максимально просто поставлены через 8. Как, по сути, то, что мы сейчас проходим по сюжету, но это является обязательным, я не знаю для чего. Потому что сейчас я подойду, и все, и вот я буду пару минут смотреть на картонные лица. То есть тут есть два вида всяких катсцен. Тут есть то, что происходит по основному сюжету, и там охрененно все сделано, поставлена операторская работа, эффекты, эпик, все на свете. И вот есть побочное задание, где прям очень грустно все. Ну, просто максимально примитивно, короче. Никакого как бы интереса в этом нет. И сейчас вот происходит, я говорю, ровно то же самое. Ну, Клайв, сходи туда, вот, к ней, она, значит, с ним жила, туда сходила, попала и так далее. Это очень уныло, особенно в таком количестве, которое я сейчас вижу на карте. Поэтому, как минимум, я надеюсь, что это не будет прям супер критически для прохождения с нормальным уровнем. Так, Бертран, как я пойму, кто из них Бертран, где он?
Oi, don't touch anything. Good riddance.
А вот.
Bertrand. The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
A trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for a constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Простите, мы знакомы. Кто такой вообще? Ничего себе, луга императора. Неплохо.